let me tell you a very beautiful story. It is from a Hindu mythology. So what happens is that Shiva is coming with a procession. In Hindu weddings, what happens is that the groom, he enters the ceremony ground, or he enters the ceremony place with the procession. Okay, जिसे हम हिंदी में बारात बोलते हैं. So he comes with his wedding procession, and so usually they're all companions and family members and friends of the groom, and they enter the wedding place with whole lot of, fun, music, everything. That's how Hindu weddings take place. So Shiva also, so Shiva is, a god from Hindu mythology, and he also enters, the wedding place. And so now, his companions, so he has companions which are from the other worlds. So he has companions which are from the subtle world. Okay, so there are all ghosts in his weddings. There are there are ghosts in his weddings. There are demons in his weddings. Shiva is usually surrounded by these people because you know because Shiva is like next level god. So you will find that even rakshasas, even asuras, even demons, even ghosts, or human beings who passed after that but could not get the liberation yet. So all these complicated cases will be always given to Shiva. So these are his companions, these are his friends. Okay, so he has all these people as his companions, and he himself is very weirdly dressed. Okay, I mean, we are so used to seeing our god like that, but imagine somebody comes in with a even if somebody tries to be nice to a lion, or tries to be nice with a snake, somebody's for example, even Harry Potter, how he was trying to talk to that snake, and it was somehow seen as very intimidating, right? So he has a snake around his neck, he has ashes all over, he's and he has got very his hair are very matted and jaded, and his dress code is a little weird. He's a little weirdo, you know for uh, for the bride's family members. Okay, so all the people on the side of the bride, they're all shocked, like, what is happening? Why is this groom such a weirdo? And everybody is like that. And then so everybody is scared. Okay, but it's just only Parvati, the bride of Shiva. Shiva is the groom and Parvati is the bride, and this couple is a very spiritual couple. And yeah, I the more and more I've read the stories of Shiva and Shakti, from Hindu mythology, I am completely falling in love with that. What an example of a beautiful relationship, so much in alignment with the dharma, so much in alignment with the spiritual laws. It's a beautiful couple, not like Karan Johar's not like Karan Johar's movie, where all stupid shit is happening. I mean, Bollywood, Hollywood is like, I mean, of course, exceptions are everywhere, but Bollywood, Hollywood, you're nowhere around what has been written in Hindu myths. Okay, Shiva and Shakti is a pure example of a beautiful relationship, and I'm totally falling in love. So, so Shakti only stands there, and he knows Shiva from the depth of her heart. She's the pure one. She never gets scared. She's the innocent one. She never gets scared. You know how children, how intimidating it is for an adult when they see children, if they're playing with snakes, let's say. You will find stories like that in villages, when you will see that, especially in Hindu villages, you might find, in Bharatiya villages, you will easily find, children who are, in areas where snakes are usually there. Children, you can find children playing with them, because they are the innocent one. And even snakes know there is no harm, And I totally believe that animals are not that dangerous, But yes, sometimes they do feel harm because of some trauma that some human might have given them. So they become very defensive sometimes, and that's also with even a human, right? So I don't feel that, even there are many stories, where especially writers like Ruskin Bond, if you will hear the story from his perception, his encounters with the animals, and you will not find that. You will find that how he describes animals. I just completely love it. How he says that there is a communication between animals and him, and they are harmless. So yeah, I totally feel that. So I think Shakti, the pure one, the innocent one, she doesn't get scared. She is the purest one, and she can see Shiva for who she is, for who he is, right? Whereas the other people, on the side of Parvati, they're all scared. They're all scared to death. And I totally feel कि डर मतलब कि कुछ ना कुछ तो खोट है तुम में, कि तुम डर रहे हो, there is something wrong with you, that fear is coming out, if you're truly pure, and if you truly believe in your own purity, in life, if you are connected with the true spiritual wisdom, you found that within, you will never be scared, because that the truth wins, that it's a knowing, you will not go by the narratives of the others, somewhere you are in touch with your soul, that is why you will never get scared. So only Shakti was the one who was not scared of Shiva, everyone else was. And this is the fact. Okay, this is a fact. This happens a lot. I think when God would come on in the world, everybody would just run off, seeing his light. Because people are like, oh, what, he's so shiny, he's everything. Everybody will be so intimidating. Everybody just run away. But it's so easy, how people shake hands with devil. Have you seen that? How they shake hands with devil? When Aurangzeb came, so many kings, bow down to him. Many kings, many Indian kings, they met hands with Aurangzeb. Why? Because he was a scary one, right? He was a scary one, and he could take away their kingdom, and he's brutal king, and he's gonna kill the king, and do all sorts of bad things. So they met hands with him. Whereas there are only certain kings, who did not give up, who stood in his face, and said, we will not do that. If you have seen the movie Chhaava also, I love that line that Sambhaji makes. He says that I am not going to shake hands with somebody who doesn't have a spine. He's somebody who lives off fear. Even Voldemort lived off fear, right? So he said, I'm not somebody who's gonna live off, I'm gonna shake hands with somebody who doesn't even know what's right and what's wrong. So yeah, and when God would come, everybody would be intimidated. Because there is not that purity in them, to meet God. There's this beautiful story around Krishna and gopis. When Krishna got sick, then it was only gopis, they were the innocent and pure ones. They truly loved Krishna. So when Krishna got ill, they said that yeah, so this is, I don't know if I have heard this story. Just a second. Yeah, so I've heard this story around Krishna and gopis. So I'm not sure, I guess I am doing it right, but Yeah, I just hope I'm doing it right. But there was this story around Krishna and gopis where Krishna got ill, and so I don't know, some doctor or I guess Krishna himself said that, I need the soil, of the foot of gopis to cure me. So yeah, I need the oh yes, the story. I'm sorry, I don't exactly remember it. It was just so instantaneous. So yeah, Krishna needed so I don't know who told this cure, but somebody said that we need the soil of the foot of people who really love Krishna. So nobody said it. Somebody said, why we are not going to give our the dirt and the soil of our foot, we are not going to give it to Krishna. He is God. Why will we give it? It is so disrespecting. Everybody said that, but it was only gopis. They were his true lovers, they were his true devotees. They said, it's okay, we'll go to hell, we are happy going to hell, but we want our Krishna to be cured. So that is true love. And these are the people who will these pure innocent can only love God. Others will get into calculations of heaven and hell and all sorts of things. So yeah, that is the truth we live in. We live in a world where it's easy to shake hands with devil, and we live in a world where we get so intimidated by God, if a God really comes in on our planet. So and you know what, yeah, there is so much fear in people, that just makes me think, from where does this fear comes in? Because when I started my spiritual journey, I also had a lot of fears, and the more and more the journey I walked, I don't know who has told you what about a spiritual journey, but my own experience has been, that my fears got less, and I feel more purified, and I feel more lighter, truly. And I was somebody who had a lot of fears, but I had somebody with a lot of desires, and all of that got lessen and lessen and lessen, and God took away everything from my life. He just took away everything that I ever had, which I thought that I had, but I never did in the first place. So yeah, this is the truth. I don't know, people tell you that it's going to open your third eye, it's going to you're going to have spiritual powers. The more and more I walk my spiritual journey, the more and more I realize, and I'm becoming more compassionate, I am becoming more sensitive, I'm becoming more empathic, I'm becoming more aware, and yes, I am also becoming a lot more angry, and I'm working on my anger. But yeah, I mean, of course, there are things that I need to work on. But yeah, that is what I'm really trying to tell you. The true spiritual journey will take you towards less and less fear. How Kabir says, I'm totally forgetting the doha. Ye gali sakri hai, something like this. Like, the path of God is very narrow. It's like an eye of a needle. Very less of you can, the more your ego is there, the more fears, the more desires are there, it cannot pass through. You have to become less and less and less. You have to become more dissolved in the universe, So yeah, how and there are and we're just so easily scared of anything and everything. Every narrative scares us, like, even especially in today's world, people have forgotten the ancient wisdom. They're so scared of tantra, and but tantra actually originated from Shiva, isn't it? It's so scary. Isn't it so funny? Even I mean, of course, there are some people who use it, for the people who misuse it. But then why you fear? If you really have come to the point, you've worked on yourself now, you've come to a point, you're becoming more and more fearless. Your fears are going to fade away. Truly, that will happen. if you're really walking a spiritual path. And it may take years. It has taken me years. Okay, it has taken me years. And it might have also taken me some past births, I'm very sure, to reach myself here. But you keep walking, all right? You know, even in the West, you know how they said that, you know, even if, you know, even the West, there was a lot of talk around, you know, that yoga is satanic. So people wanted to do yoga, you know, and everyone said that no, it is so. In West, there was this narrative, this Rupert, that no, it is very satanic in nature, you should not do it. So, you know, fears, and people believe that. People believe that, you know, because somewhere there is something which is impure in them. Your impurity, there is some impurity that is, you know, that is making the fear come out of you. Because more and more spiritual journey I covered, I've always felt and I've always sensed and I've always experienced. I might not have a job right now, which I really don't have. I might not have, you know, things that are, you know, like which are seen as, you know, success in the society. But I have those experiences on my spiritual journey where truly which have made me fearless, where I felt that no, God exists, universe magic exists, you know, and it has made me more and more fearless. And those experiences are so priceless. And yeah, that's why I do all these videos. That's why I do all these videos, because I want to make other people also come this way. Because that's how I feel, that everybody should take their spiritual journey and come this way. So yeah, I just so much wanted to come here and talk about, you know, fears, you know, that if there is nothing wrong in you, अगर आप सच्चे हो तो आपको किसी चीज़ से डरने की ज़रूरत है ही नहीं, और कोई आपको डराए तो आपको बिल्कुल डरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी। एटलीस्ट उसको हिम्मत दे के आ जाना, ठीक है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे नरेटिव्स हैं ऐसे सोसाइटी में, बहुत डराने वाले नरेटिव्स हैं कि तंत्रा है, ये दिस है, ब्लैक मैजिक है, यू नो, ईवल आई है, एंड पर आप में भी तो इम्प्योरिटी होनी चाहिए, तभी तो आप अट्रैक्ट करोगे उस चीज़ को, यू नो। सो यू नो, ईदर यू कम टू अ लेवल, यू नो, where these things don't just matter to you now. So yeah, I just so much wanted to make this video. Yeah, I just hope you realize that fear is not something that comes from the outside. It's something that's originated from inside. And the more you walk your spiritual journey, the more and more it clears out. Yes? And I know there are a whole lot of wrong narratives around spirituality as well. Real spirituality किसी को पता ही नहीं है. People really think that gaining spiritual powers is spirituality. Hindu mythology mein, it was rakshasas, asuras, demons who used to, you know, ask gods, who used to do tap for 300 to 400 years and ask God for spiritual powers. Trust me, that was how. That's a description of asuras. That's a description of rakshasas, and this was the narrative of spirituality a few years back. Okay, let's just say 20 years back, 10 years back, but this was the rumor. I also thought about spirituality that, you know, when you walk the path, there will be a whole lot of, you know, there will be a whole lot of spiritual powers that will activated and everything. Even if your spiritual power get activated, you still have to use it for dharma. That is spiritual path. And Rakshasas were the one who would ask, you know, I need the blessing of being immortal and everything. And God was like, are you a fool? Isn't death such a blessing? What is nature, what is natural is already good. It was only Rakshasas, it was only Asuras, it was only demons' ego which make them think that there is some problem with the outside. Everything is actually very beautiful and perfect in its own sense if we see it. But since we don't see it, since we lack something inside, we feel that there is something lack on the outside. Maybe if I conquer death, I will be a great man. Maybe if I'll do that, I'll be a great man. No. If you will be killed when the time is there, then that's such a blessing. And normal human beings understood that. But Rakshasas never did understand that. So yeah, this was my video. I really wanted to make a video on this. I really wanted to make a video on fears. You know, more and more you work on purifying yourself, more and more you walk a spiritual path, trust me, the more and more innocent you become, the less you will be affected by the fears of the outside world. Thank you for watching this. Like, share, subscribe, please. Let me reach more and more people. And comment down below if you like the video. Thank you for watching.